First reading. A reading from the book of Genesis, chapter 21, verses 5 and 8 to 20. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. The child grew and was weaned, and Abraham gave a great banquet on the day Isaac was weaned. Now Sarah watched the son that Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. Drive away that slave girl and her son. She said to Abraham, this slave girl's son is not to share the inheritance with my son Isaac. This greatly distressed Abraham because the slave girl's child too was his son. But God said to him, do not distress yourself on account of the boy and your slave girl. Do whatever Sarah says, for Isaac is the one through whom your name will be carried on. But the slave girl's son I shall also make into a great nation, for he too is your child. Early next morning, Abraham took some bread and a skin of water, and giving them to Hagar, put the child on her shoulder and sent her away. She wandered off into the desert of Beersheba. When the skin of water was finished, she abandoned the child under a bush. Then she went and sat down at the distance, about a bowshot away, thinking, I cannot bear to see the child die. Sitting at a distance, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven. What is wrong, Hagar? He called. Do not be afraid, for God has heard the boy's cry in his plight. Go and pick the boy up and hold him safe, for I shall make him into a great nation. Then God opened Hagar's eyes, and she saw a well. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy to drink. God was with the boy. He grew up and made his home in the desert, and he became an archer. This is the word of Lord. Thanks be to God. A reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 8, verses 28 to 34. When he reached the territory of the Gadarenes on the other side, two demoniacs came towards him out of the tomb. They were so dangerously violent that nobody could use that path. Suddenly they shouted, what do you want with us, Son of God? Have you come here to torture us before the time? Now, some distance away, there was a large herd of pigs feeding. And the devils pleaded with Jesus, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. And he said to them, go then. And they came out and made for the pigs. And at that, the whole herd charged down the cliff into the lake and perished in the water. The herdsmen ran off and made for the city, where they told the whole story, including what had happened to the demoniacs. Suddenly, the whole city set out to meet Jesus, and as soon as they saw him, they implored him to leave their neighborhood.